Okay, let's leave the scheduler and move on to look at the clinical overview of patient charts. Now we can either select a patient from the scheduler screen, and by the way, when we do that, you can see a nice little summary of Brendel and Gloria shows up on the right side of the screen there. We haven't really opened her chart, but it just shows kind of a capsulized view as well as a nice picture of her, which is why we like to use her a lot. Now we're going to complete this operation by doing a right mouse click and just selecting the word chart, and that opens up her chart. And that's one way to do it. The other way would be, we'll go back to the scheduler view and then just click on the patient chart icon, and what this does is it just brings up the most recently selected patient chart, which in this case is a person we're getting very familiar with, Brendel and Gloria. Now this screen provides a wealth of information from the patient's chart, demographic and clinical summary information. Additionally, we capture pending information for this patient, including any outstanding balance. Flags refers to the outstanding tasks that were generated by staff members. Significant information that has been entered into the patient's journal, outstanding lab orders, or scheduled procedures. Now we can click on any of these items to view more information. We'll just go ahead and click on balance to see what kind of financial info shows up on her. And we can read that and then just click on exit and come back to the patient chart screen again. And just for fun, we'll click on lab orders, labs, and see what's pending for her. So it's just a back and forth thing. We'll go ahead and click on exit and back to the patient chart. Now on the far right side of the chart screen, we have a few commonly used templates that are listed here as hyperlinks. Most of our customers have far many more than just 3 or 4. I'm going to skip a detailed discussion of templates for now, but they're a very powerful aspect to our system. Just think of this area on the patient chart screen as a short list of the most commonly used templates that your practice would use. Now to locate another patient's chart, just click on the Find icon on top of the screen, which brings up the patient lookup screen, and we'll click on Clear here because we're looking at a subset from the last time we used this. Okay, and now we can either enter, once again, the patient's date of birth or a few letters of the last name. You're familiar with this process by now. And then we can go ahead and click on the Search button, and from that we can double click anywhere on the patient, and this brings up the patient that we're looking for. Getting very familiar with her. Okay, finally, to create a new patient chart, we're going to click on the New button on the top of the screen and fill out the demographic information. And we'll just enter a little bit here in these red areas in the top. And you can see as we were doing that on the right-hand side of the screen, the account number is auto-generated by our system, and it uses part of the patient's name to do that. And we're not going to go ahead and save this patient. We'll just click on Cancel and go back to the original patient chart screen. So that's pretty much it for the clinical overview of the charts. One thing to remember at this point in our tour is that once a patient's chart has been opened, virtually any function that is performed within the system will either contribute information to this patient's chart, allowing viewing of previously entered information, or will extract information from it. Well, that's the high-level overview of patient charts, and we'll go on to something else.